Welcome to Tran Plains Way Road Firehunt. It's just about 3 or so missions, very short. It's a prologue and free on Steam to kind of tease you for the rest of the upcoming game. It's got a couple parts to it, such as a side scroller featuring your carrier and a third-person flight simulator.
We are ready to engage. Captain Decker, are we waiting for something?
It.
Ortega. Experimental model of an autonomous aircraft carrier cruiser, captured by pirates while defending the Procyon A system 2 years ago. In the event that it is found, it should be captured or destroyed.
Message to Admiral Vias. Ortega is here, accompanied by some rabble. It's attacking a military convoy transporting prisoners. I'm proceeding to eliminate the target. Send it.
You were very courageous and convincing.
All systems to battle. It must not get away from us.
You can maneuver, thereby getting out of an enemy's line of fire, and avoid collisions with dangerous objects or take a more advantageous position. Spacebar to move up, left control to move down. WASD to move the camera, and tab to pan back to my ship. One of my main tasks is to control the ship's main weapon. Left mouse button is the small caliber gun, right mouse button is to charge and fire the larger gun.
The enemy spotted our approach.
Are they scared yet?
Unfortunately, the enemy can only see our ship, not your face.
Nice.
Please remind me to turn off your sarcasm functionality when we get home.
A swarm of enemy fighters is approaching us, switching the weaponry.
Unfortunately, you can't just keep charging. There is a little bit of a delay before you're allowed to charge again. And there's different kinds of main gun. They each have a different style that you want to use. Q to switch between small guns. Between missions, you can choose any combination of 2 small caliber guns and a large one. Gradually, your arsenal will expand, which will give you more variety and freedom to choose. Strengthen existing weapons as well as expand your arsenal. New modifications and improvements can be in the menu of technologies at the end of the mission. You might remember when I played Space Pirate Patrol, I felt like the carrier there was not very powerful. This feels a bit more powerful. I think Space Pirate Patrol should have been a little bit more like this with your carrier, especially in the next cutscene.
This is not enough.
Transferring control of multiple rocket launch systems to you.
Use a volley of homing missiles to destroy a large number of targets. Unfortunately, because I'm holding down right mouse button when these pop-ups appear, and that's not, it'll also happen during the rest other missions as well. I end up launching my main gun. Yes, now I can press 1 to kind of do anime-style missiles.
According to the Space Fleet Protocol, our top priority is the protection of civilians. The fact that civilians are in fact criminals is irrelevant from a law standpoint.
The elimination of the Ortygia is our primary goal. The rest is of little concern to me.
Use a volley of frontal gun to destroy everything that is a problem. To hover, use the mouse cursor. For the shot, use left mouse button. I'm gonna save these ships even if the game says they're not important. It's just how I play. Load the main gun by holding down right mouse button. Use triple shot to destroy closely grouped enemies.
A reply from Admiral Vase has been received.
Good timing, as always.
Taking care of civilians is your top priority, Decker. Ensure the safety of the convoy before attempting to eliminate Ortygia.
He's saying the exact same thing. Delete the message from memory.
Whatever you say, Captain.
This game does offer choices, which I don't know how large of a branching paths they really are. They may just be slight modifiers to upcoming missions. At least for most of the choices, especially in this prologue. I can also switch back to my old gun, but really the flamethrower is really good for the little guys. You see that direction? Get rid of it.
A difficult situation has developed on the battlefield. The enemy managed to cut into the defensive lines and split the convoy in two, separating the Space Fleet warships from the prisoner transports. It will not be possible for us to help both groups at the same time. I suggest that you make a decision.
You can help the Space Fleet warships. If successful, they will join me in helping in the upcoming battle, or help both groups of allies with a star, take control of the officers' fighters, and help disparate groups of allies. This decision will have an impact on the course of your story. By choosing this option and completing the task, you influence the course of your story. You do decide which direction to take next. Please note that the options marked with star may seem less interesting, however by accepting them and completing the task, you have a positive impact on the course of your story. I think that the fighter stuff is way more interesting, but I've only ever played one fighter mission.
If we let these bastards take over the transport, tomorrow the freed prisoners will join their ranks.
It was the bonus mission at the end of the campaign. It was tough. It's not an open world or open space kind of game. It is more like Star Fox, where it's a linear on-rails experience. I do have missiles, which we'll use towards the end. This is probably my, we'll say, third time trying this mission. I don't know if I really need to kill all ships yet, but we will do our best. You do have to lead the targets in order to hit them, but the fighters do have a larger hitbox than expected, so it's easy to kill them. Yeah, as your ship is flying, it does shoot at a particular angle, so if you're like lower, you need to aim maybe in a slightly different than where you're wanting to shoot. Because you got to draw a line from your ship to your target. I'll show you the missiles in a bit here. Haha, Potato PC strikes again. I was able to fight them off because the game slowed down since I couldn't handle the explosions.
I see that you're having fun.
We must prevent the prisoners from being captured and released. To achieve this, I need to kill the pirates, or even the prisoners themselves.
Or all of them at once.
Exactly.
I like the hair a lot. In order for transports to escape, you need to destroy all enemies. However, you might take the easy way out. Destroy the transports to prevent the prisoners from being released. Remember that destroying civilians will have an impact on your story. Yep, we're gonna do our best to save the shuttles. Those are the things that were flying in front of my cruiser and opening up. I think I got it this time. To save the missiles. Checkpoint!
Ortega! We can't penetrate its frontal shield. Find another way to destroy the ship.
Like what, for example?
I don't know. You're the one in charge here. Excellent. For a moment, it seemed that you
Simple. I deserve a medal for being clever.
It's not letting me fire missiles, number one. I mean, I'm mashing the button key, but whatever. Eat the shots. Protect my ships in the back. You can see they have health bars. Ah! Too early. It's not doing it. That beep beep sound is me trying to switch guns or activate my main gun when it's still on cooldown. And that is how you pilot a carrier.
How was your ship?
It will become fully operational in a week. We were battered badly, but the techs promised to do everything possible.
I'm afraid you and I don't have that time. Have you heard anything about Ether?
Only rumors. They say it's an artificially created mind, a brainchild of a long extinct civilization. It's hard to say how much truth is in all this. Fleet captains have no access to such information.
But I do have it. We've been collecting data on Ether for a very long time. Stories from merchants, ambassadors, prisoners. Small pieces of information reaching us from the central part of the galaxy. Everything suggests that it's not just fiction, but the reality that we had to face. You see photographs taken by a research expedition 3 weeks ago.
Did they manage to make contact?
The expedition did not get in touch again.
Equipment malfunction? Accident?
No, we're confident that the expedition was either captured or destroyed.
Why?
Because 2 days later, a huge ether cloud headed towards our borders. Until now, the information has been kept secret. But this morning, under the pretext of training exercises, it was announced that General Fleet is gathering in the solar system. The Fleet Marshal mobilizes all reserves, and you must take a lead of my squadron.
Without a ship, this will be problematic. Unless, of course, you pass me your dreadnought.
Keep your expectations low. Your piece of the pie will be smaller.
A ship planned for decommissioning. Minimal armaments. Crew without combat experience. The system is controlled by a person with neurochips?
By the way, this is a very promising individual.
Seriously? We've got a threat to humanity, and you're giving me a promising individual.
Captain Decker, the Marshal has signed the order for your appointment, and the ship is already waiting for you in orbit. Cheer up. When this mess will be over, you will have another story for girls in a bar.
Like I have a few of them.
Okay, this so-called promising individual, I really do not like her. I assume that the game's trying to set her up to be this, she knows more than you, and that you should follow her lead because she has the best ideas. But to me, she just comes off as insufferable. I'd be interested to hear, is it just me? You'll have to leave. How do you feel about her in the comments below? The prologue still goes on for a couple missions, and we'll be able to start building up our carrier from here. Though, of course, since it's just a prologue, we don't really get many options. I like that dancing animation. It gives them more personality than our main character.
Are there adults in the house? Never mind. My name is James Decker, and I'm the new captain of this ship.
The call sign of the ship is Thanatos.
It doesn't matter. Lieutenant Evelyn Clie, Second Lieutenants Vincent Stone and Jim Davis. I read everything I need to know about you in your dossiers, so let's not waste time chit-chatting. Get back to your stations and start all systems of the ship.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Set a course to the training site 322. I want to test the capabilities of this...
Thanatos, sir.
whatever.
Yeah, so that popsicle pilots our ship.
Captain, I've sent a request for a training flight. The nearest free window is in 67 hours. We are instructed to return to the point of permanent deployment and await further instructions.
Even though she's in that cryo chamber or whatever it is, her animation portrait is still totally normal. Start tutorial. You'll be introduced to the basics of management, basic mechanics, and the basics of gameplay. Also during the training, the plot narration will continue, which is necessary for a complete understanding of the events taking place. Recommended for the first pass. There is an achievement for taking the tutorial and one for not. I know some people really hate it, and you have to do another playthrough just to get exclusive achievements, and I can totally get it.
Don't change the course. Continue the flight.
But Space Fleet Command instructions...
The Space Fleet can kiss my ass all these 67 hours. I'm not gonna be hanging around idly on this piece of...
Thanatos, sir.
On this piece of Thanatos. So keep the same course, run the full diagnostics, and report the ship's system status.
Yes, sir. Whatever you say.
I get experience for these things? I might just ram them all then. Hold on.
The main weapon has not been upgraded since the ship was created. It is a standard combination of energy and kinetic weapons. We are just about to approach the first targets, so you can test it in action.
Okay, I'm still at 5 XP, so ramming them does not give me XP. All damage done is divided into two types, kinetic and energy. Kinetic is missiles, projectiles, bullets, deals full damage to armor and is weakened by shields. Energy weapons, energy damage, lasers, blasts, electricity deals large damage to shields, but is greatly weakened by armor. I would have assumed naturally the opposite, but I mean, each game is going to have its own lore. It should always be borne in mind that different types of weapons show their maximum effectiveness only against certain targets. It means that there is no one universal weapon capable of destroying all your enemies. The main cannon, it actually makes our ship move up and down.
The hull is made of layers of metal alloys of varying degrees of strength and heat resistance, and is additionally protected by an energy shield.
The initial hull of the ship, the initial hull integrity of the ship is 2,500 units, and this restoration occurs only between missions. If the integrity drops to 0, the ship's hull will not endure, and you will be destroyed. The ship is also surrounded by a shield, the volume of which is 400 units, but its regeneration starts after 4.5 seconds after the ship stops taking damage. One can improve these and other indicators at the end of the mission. I just end up firing my main cannon between those. Press the E button. Special events will help you focus on the most important ones and will also reward you for your promptness. 25 XP. Massive objects such as asteroids, comets, and debris from spaceships can damage your vessel in case of a collision. Especially large objects circling in red cannot be destroyed with conventional weapons, and collision with them is fatal for your vessel.
At the moment, only one hangar with unmanned fighters is fully operational. If we restore all the hangars, I can pilot more than a dozen fighters at the same time.
One of your ship's trump cards is the ability to use unmanned fighters. They will constantly appear in your hangars, but their maximum number is limited and indicated above each hangar separately. You can increase the number of fighters and increase their efficiency in the corresponding menu at the end of each mission.
This means that we have no drones, no fighters, and no good weapons.
Something anything like that. The ship has been queued for modernization for a long time, but so far...
Let's hope it doesn't fall apart on its own.
Firing my shotgun helps me move up and down as well.
You can get full information on each specific weapon in the corresponding section of the interface.
Like this.
Admiral Vase submits a request to initiate a communication channel.
As always, right on time.
Admiral.
James, plans change. We're in a state of emergency.
I'm all ears.
An alarm has been received from our colony located in the GL-440 system. They are approached by a small fleet of ships without identification beacons. Most likely, these are pirates. Your task is to protect the colony, quickly deal with the problem, and get back within 106 hours to join the main fleet forces in orbit of Saturn.
A promising task, considering the condition of my ship.
You can handle these ragamuffins, even on this jump.
I'm delighted with your optimism.
Good luck.
You heard everything. You have 15 minutes to set a new course and send this piece of Thanatos into warp.
The credits page shows that there's names for each of these voice actors, but the fact that the voice actor said Saturn or something makes me wonder if it's really AI generated with fake names. I don't know, and I apologize if it's a real person behind it. Between missions, you will return to the bridge. As you progress through the story, you will gain new opportunities to improve the ship and install new equipment. The cryo capsule will open the upgrades menu for you, where you can distribute experience points and acquire new equipment. It's this left panel here. The captain's bridge will open the weapons menu for you, I guess it's right here, where you can install new equipment and weapons for later use in combat. We don't really interact with this much during the prologue. With the galactic map over here, you can go to the next mission. The onboard computer, which is way in the back here, looks like this, contains all the information you need about the world around you. It also contains the tips and tutorials shown earlier. Wall panels allow you to reset the ship settings as well as to change the game's difficulty level. Doors are used to exit to the main menu. Wants me to click on this, and that's fine. If you can kind of slightly break the tutorial by clicking other things, and it doesn't know what to do with you then. We'll go and spend 100 of our XP on this. I assume we got the 100 for free, because I don't think we accrued more than, say, this 47 during the tutorial. Then when this wants us to click on this, and then this. Mission 1-1, Outer Frontier. You have to defend the GL-440 orbital station from the raid of space pirates. There's very little information to determine the level of threat, but it's definitely not going to be an easy walk. Can I? No, you won't let me pick my captain. I'm supposed to have some sort of special bonus for wish listing and following or whatnot. I don't remember all the things it had me do. It's not letting me change it in because it won't let me click the captain's chair, so I guess we're using the default weaponry.
We are approaching the GL-440 star system.
Get us out in a few minutes from the space station. If it was attacked, it is unknown what awaits us there.
The point of arrival has been determined. 2 star miles to destination.
When we exit warp, that's not aliens. That's what the space station looks like.
Align us, damn it.
Switching control into manual mode.
Captain, we have problems.
We are late. Full speed ahead. All systems combat mode.
That camera work was good, but it was really spoiled by some of the writing and voice acting right there. The actors themselves sound about as deadpan as I do. Alright, this is our first mission as our playable ship. We have a energy shield.
Part of the enemy fleet has changed its trajectory and is moving in our direction.
Suits me fine. Energy costing 35 solid-state laser gun and missiles. Now, changing your weapon with the Q button from lasers to shotgun, it does take a while before you're allowed to fire again or even change weapons. So unfortunately, you can't quick change and expect instant results with anything. It basically just deadens your minigun, or your tiny gun, I mean.
Enemy cruisers are approaching. The range of their aimed fire is significantly higher than the range of fire of our small turret. You will have to rely only on the main weapon and fighters.
Yeah, these things can be a little bit dangerous. I can move up and down to help channel my laser, both for aiming purposes and to hit other than the initial target. Or this cost me energy. It's already dead, so I'll cancel. Here's another one. I wasn't watching it. I pretty much whiffed it, I guess. I may have hit it a little bit initially. But I was trying to look at these ships. I get about 2 energy a second, and it costs me 35 energy for each of those laser blasts. After the destruction of large targets protected by energy shields, energy cells remain on the battlefield. When colliding with your ship, the cells will explode, restoring the energy and shields of the ship.
Enemy artillery opens fire at our position. I marked the trajectory of the projectiles. It would be preferable to avoid direct hits.
That's my ship right there, not an energy cell. I do have the missiles as before, but they're not as powerful as the initial production.
Our position is under heavy fire. Focus on maneuvering.
Evade. The pirates' artillery will no longer fire at your position, but the pirates will send a flight of interceptors at you. Continue to move. Do not change your trajectory of movement. The pirates' artillery will continue to strike at your positions. We're going to pick evade so I can get more things to kill, more experience.
Evasive maneuver.
That's my missile streak right there.
I must admit that our opponents are fighting well.
If you could see what they do with their victims after victory, there would be less respect in your voice.
So yeah, if you wondered why I have a problem with her, it's because she is one huge pirate sympathizer. She's not cut out for military life, let's put it that way. But again, that just might be a me thing. Yes, the game might later go on in the main storyline to say these are not really pirates. They're rebel forces fighting for the good of mankind. Look, I don't care. Everything that she does to me is inexcusable while you're under the line of fire.
The station is badly damaged, but some of the defenses are still functioning.
Contact them. This is Captain James Decker of the Space Fleet Command. We received your signal and have arrived to help.
God damn it, we are so happy to hear you. Most of our defenses have been destroyed, and we lost almost all energy to maintain the shields.
We can ignore it, don't waste time on small groups of pirates, and keep moving. The defenders of the station will cope on their own, but they will not help you. Help. Take control of the officer's fighter and help the defenders of the station. In the future, the station's defensive systems will help you in battles. I will pick this one, even though I think we get more experience for this. I do want to have more fighter missions, because I think they're cool.
Cut the panic. We'll cover you. Stabilize your situation and start restoring station systems.
This will be my second time at this mission. And the first time, I think I didn't realize there's a carrier above me because it was out of my camera view. Since these are on-rail things, if you do miss a target, you don't get a second chance at it, which does make these little missions harder. Not well balanced, but they're still more interesting. especially to watch. So I think it's a better visual spectacle. It wasn't this carrier, but it was another like it. Hit these small little things, so you do have to, again, you kind of have to aim not directly at it. For example, the engines, you can only tell you're hitting them if they're flashing. And the worst part is, if you need to redo this mission, at least if you pick the restart level button, you have to replay everything leading up to this. It was really bad for the tutorial. I did that one like 3 times. I had to play the tutorial 3 times. Maybe if you were to die, it would be different. I don't know if you even can die. I really let a lot of them get away. I would like to do it over, but I don't want to play the missions leading up to this yet again.
Sir, the enemy is forming a strike group nearby. Their attacking potential significantly exceeds our defensive capabilities. I suggest initiating a communication channel with our opponents and...
If you mention negotiating with pirates once again, then you will end your suggestion in outer space. Is that clear?
I am ready to listen to your suggestions.
Shut up and shoot. That's my suggestion.
Donatos, we have begun restoring the station's defenses.
These are armed forces. These are not suggestions. These should be command. Also, I think the protagonist, follow up on that. Throw her out in space. But again, that's just me. Brooke will send you some defensive drones that will easily deal with enemy fighters. The station begin firing at enemy position from station on the laser installation, aiming at the largest targets. Let's pick this one. I assume I get experience for killing large targets.
Well done.
Additional information about the number of large vessels is displayed on your interface.
I can't seem to aim my other guns when that's happening. I didn't mean to fire there. I was trying to hit one, but I must just hit number 2 instead. Nice.
Donatos, we're back in the game. The pulse laser system is restored.
With such fire support, our chances of winning are greatly increased.
Yeah, that's called fighting, lady. Negotiate. They're trying to kill that space station and everybody on it. Yeah, if they're trying to escape your laser beam of death, you gotta make sure you go up or down to continue your assault. Cancel. Don't have a good enough angle on that. Mission complete. The game is saved automatically during the start and end of a mission. Unfortunately, I don't think you can replay that mission, which I think would be great, especially for the demo. Well, this is not really a demo. I mean, not officially. Steam doesn't count as a demo. But yes. I would like to replay that mission and see if I could completely kill all those ships during the fighter portion of the game. But I didn't want to have to replay all those other segments leading up to the fighter portion. Alright, let's take a look at our upgrades. So we have 1,482 experience. We can upgrade some of our fighters. Okay, this page is ugly, and it takes a little bit to make sense, okay? If you take a look at, say, maximum temperature, a slight increase in plasma temperature will add 2 units of damage to each shot. You're like, what shot? What you my mini weapons? It's actually for the blaster. These are all linked to a hexagon, which then tells you what they're all doing. Anything blaster upgrades are these, such as dual wield shooting. 2-row magazine, that's going to be for the shotgun. So that's how you find out. I guess they wanted to really fit everything here, and yes, it is nice and compact while improving the overall size. But I think maybe make like a different background for each one, or something along those lines, to make it more visually apparent, because this is ugly. Alright, as far as the hangar, the forward hangar of the ship is used to create and control small cruisers. You can get access to small cruisers by completing additional bonus missions marked with special signs on the galactic map. Options are selected at the beginning of each level. I don't really know what this is about, but I think I did unlock it. I say I think because when I finished the bonus mission, the game crashed right after, and I didn't have access to the bonus mission anymore. So I didn't even get to see what happened as a result. Alright, I think we'll probably go for an extra light fighter. Maybe some energy capacity. Upgrade the auxiliary turret by increasing its basic stats. Opens access to rocket turret. The type of connector is selected at the beginning of each level. So is that my rocket turret? Is that RK313? Would that replace my small guns? I didn't actually get to that point last time. Attach the auxiliary. Oh no, it's an automatic turret. Okay. Guess we'll give it a shot. Oh, I don't have enough experience. If I killed maybe the last few things. I don't know if I even killed that last carrier. Alright, let me think here. There is one more mission in this prologue, so anything I don't spend here, I'm not going to get another chance to try it out in battle, if I remember correctly. That's a shame. I'm just a tiny bit, 18 points short. You can't help me out there, game? Increase the range. Sure, let's do that. Get some energy. And we'll get the light fighter. Alright, this starts I'll go and show you. I don't know if you only get one chance period, but it disappears afterwards. This is Way Road 3. K to shoot, L to do super. You only get one life. And just so you know, if you do press and hold K, you shoot slowly. Like this. You want to mash the K button. I'm probably not going to win this. Nonetheless, you only get one try before the thing disappears, and maybe it appears every time you return. Yeah, you die at immediate one hit. You only get one try at this game before it disappears. Sorry, I'm trying to focus. I know I said that a couple times. It looks easy right now, that's fine. The problem is, you can't always see their laser blasts. Because you're busy shooting at them. If you're just doing this, yeah, you might see it, but they will definitely survive. And you only get one hit before you die. I will say that in older NES games, your ships didn't always die in one hit. In many of the games, you had some sort of a life mechanic. Not all of them, but many of them. I was pressing D as soon as it happened. I knew that was going to occur as well. I knew those shots were going to come in. I've gotten to that point before. You go to the right, and then I would suggest going to the left afterwards because it starts to try to pin you in on the right side. Yeah, but your ship moves so slowly. We're going to go ahead and continue, however. I'm not going to worry about that. Let's go into the next mission. The best defense is offense. The attack on the station has been repulsed, but is still far from complete destruction of the enemy. The remnants of the enemy fleet hid in the shadow of the neighboring planet in the hope of escaping retribution. Didn't we get the auxiliary thing? Hold on, maybe I needed to go to the captain's chair. No, it was automatic. My bad. No, I wasn't even able to afford it, right? That was the thing that I wanted 1,500 points for. Yeah, I think the prologue needs a little bit more because you can't really... The ship I have at the end of the game is going to be basically the ship everyone has at the end of the game. There's really not much call for customization there because it's just too short. But that lady appears in the loading screens, so I'm sure she's an important character that you're going to have to follow her lead on because she's just so much better than you. But man, if she doesn't get on my nerves...
Repair drones are finishing their work. The ship is 100% functional.
Decker, our engineers have patched your armor and fixed faults in the frontal gun.
Excellent work, Broke.
Good luck, Thanatos.
Captain, we've tracked down the pirate fleet. They've hidden in the shadow of the closest planet.
For now, our sensors can't pinpoint their exact location. But I'm not reading any curvatures of space and time, which means they didn't enter the warp.
Then what are we waiting for?
Aye, aye, sir.
Press forward at full speed. We don't have much time.
I'd like to point out that you are turning the rescue mission into a hunt. The station is already in no danger.
Listen to me, girl. These things rob, kidnap, or kill everyone they meet on their way.
If I once again hear a word in their defense, you will be prosecuted as an accomplice. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Captain? I see the enemy's fleet.
Prepare all systems. This fight will be a hot one.
Decker, grow some balls and space her like you promised. I'm sure at this point you still don't know why I'm so aggravated at her. It just gets worse. It does. I'm coming to you with knowledge of the future. But again, it still might just be me.
Captain, don't you think there are too many of them?
Even a huge herd of rams is still just a herd of rams.
A very self-confident statement.
I've never heard this herd of rams line before. Yeah, like the Natos, it makes me feel like it really is AI.
It looks like that's it. Moving on.
Wait, sir, I've analyzed the enemy's reaction to our arrival.
Are they running away again?
Actually not. On the contrary, they divided into groups. The enemy strengthens its defenses and prepares to meet us. You need to consider, the more time we give them to prepare, the more difficult each subsequent battle will be.
Once again, we have little time.
The total strength of the enemy times one. Each next fight will be more difficult than the previous one. I'm going to pick the weakest one first. I'm going to say the biggest one for last. So that's probably the biggest one. Yeah, well, I guess this is probably the weakest one. It's the opposite of a good tactical order, but I want the most XP. know it aimed a little above it. I forgot what game I was playing, and I was thinking that there was bullet drop.
We're ready to move to the next group of enemies at your command, sir.
I don't even know why they include that. Do you think that's funny, the game developers? It just makes me feel like your character Decker is not worth caring about. Alright, I guess we'll do Scout Wing next. They just really want to drive home the point that your character is a Neanderthal and has no ideas, experience, or anything worth caring about.
We are losing a lot of time.
Do you have any suggestions?
I analyzed your battle tactics and came to the conclusion that if you transfer control of the ship's combat systems to me, our effectiveness will increase by more than 14%.
Oh, I hear sarcasm.
Yeah, somehow I doubt that, lady.
Sir, there is a small cloud of half-molten rocks between us and the next target.
What is the density?
Low. With more serious weapons, we could try...
Fly through it.
Are you sure about this? I can fly around it in 10 to 15 minutes.
Take the safe route will take extra time. The readiness level of your enemies will double, or take control of the officers fighting and clear the way for Thanatos. At the same time, you'll destroy several groups of pirates, which will shorten your route. We'll do more fighter missions.
We don't have time for this.
All these fighter missions are new to me. Right now, it's my first take at this, and I really don't want to have to fail and then redo all these battles again. It sucks so much. I think in these checkpoints more often. Oh, wow, okay, this is different. At this level, you have to control the manned officer's fighter. Use WASD to move, use mouse for aiming and turning, left mouse button fire from the small blast turret, right mouse fire from the missile launcher. I haven't seen a list of how many missiles we have. Is it infinite on this one?
I hope we'll survive this. Crashing into an asteroid on a warship? There is no more shameful death than this.
You just lack imagination. For example, we can drown.
Can I run in my own ship? Missile salvo fire missiles at homing enemies.
We're doing well, you'll agree.
Taking into account the technical condition of the ship and the uncoordinated work of the team, it can be called a miracle that we are still alive.
It would be nice if we were rewarded when we get home.
Sure. They have lots of reused toilet paper to produce honorary charters for saving humanity.
Energy shield. Surrounds the ship with an additional energy shield that blocks all incoming damage. Cloaking field. Temporarily makes the ship invisible and immune to damage, leaving a heat signature at the starting point that attracts enemies. My firing is weird after it because I think the guns are attached to your wings. I felt like I was firing behind me when I'm cloaking.
I scanned this wing. They don't have weapons that can inflict significant damage on us. They don't even try to build up a defense.
That's not my problem.
Perhaps they want to surrender.
That's not my problem.
There's an achievement if you just sort of sit tight for a bit. I on my rehearsal of this, I sat here for several minutes. I went on to go do other stuff, and the game did not progress. But there is an achievement associated with this. So you just have to bear company with me for a little bit. Okay, I like that there's a different kind of game mode here. It is pretty interesting. It does feel a little bit more hectic than is necessary in some aspects, but the carrier missions don't seem hectic enough. I think some balancing needs to be done with that. For example, the carrier, you're so powerful, but you don't have enough things to destroy. Okay, let's start breaking these up. We'll go with this one, because I assume that our main ship will be able to do work.
You cannot kill unarmed people.
These are not people. Pirates.
I won't be involved in this.
They wouldn't have spared us.
No, I can't.
No, get away from my ship. Yeah, if you were playing the carrier version of this, she would stop helping you fight the little ships. She controls the little unmanned fighters. I don't know if they exist in this and I just haven't seen them, or they don't show up at all. It's just the one fighter left. Is there a shift? Okay, apparently shift quotes. It still does number 1. Look, those pirates fled to a nearby moon to recuperate. What do you think would happen if we left? Seriously.
Vincent, disconnect this moralist girl and take control of the fighters. Vincent, you're really good at this.
Thank you, Captain.
Damn it. We're like in a freaking solarium. Lieutenant Clea, you're not at a resort. Pull yourself together immediately before I throw you overboard.
Sir, you won't change her behavior by threats.
I see. You want to follow her?
Then you'll have to fight alone.
What about my new best friend, Vincent? You're not a deserter, and you will remain at your post.
No, sir. I mean, yes, sir. That is, I'll stay, sir.
That's the spirit.
Like, our threats have become decreasingly intense. First, we'll say we'll spacer, then we'll say we'll prosecutor, and then the third one says, get yourself in shape. Our threats have gotten worse over time. Checkpoint! Oh, okay, that was short. That would explain why we have a checkpoint. Wait, I never got to attack the other ships. So I just picked the worst of everything then? Is it like you pick 3 out of the 5? Oh man. Alright, fine.
It looks scary. I'm not sure if we should get involved in this fight.
Actually, everything is easier than it looks. At first, destroy the drones, then turn off the shield, then pierce through the frontal armor and destroy the central core.
Feels like their captain is saying the same thing now to his crew.
Taking whole damage now. Ah, miss. And I'm a little disappointed I didn't get to kill all of them. So, no, I guess you pick the best 3 that you want. So number 3 is the shield. I did actually activate my shields when they started firing, but I believe it only does the front shields. And that happened to be the front one was the one I killed, so... That was my ballistic shield. I had it up when that carrier was firing. Get some more energy again. I've lost so much of my hull right now. I'm trying to save my energy, but I think the first time I played this, I actually did a lot better, because I didn't save the energy. At the moment I could fire, I fired everything, all the time, and that worked out better, I guess, for me. But he's almost dead now. That should be it. First victory, finished the prologue. Yeah, I didn't get to kill the other carriers, but it's fine. I mean, you've seen me kill carriers before.
This is it. The fun is over. What the hell?
High heels?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I won't let you shoot anyone in the back, no matter who is running from us.
Have you completely gone mad in your water closet?
Captain, please.
You should have decked her.
Remember once and for all, girl. Just now you let the smugglers, slavers, and mass murderers escape. From now on, each destiny destroyed by them, every death from their hands will be on you and you alone. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Vincent, once this crazy girl will bring the ship back to life, take us home.
She's on all the promotion art, and she's literally needed with her neural chip to pilot the ship. We're never getting rid of her. The whole game is going to be revolving around her. We did all of this stuff. We wishlisted, joined the community, or at least we clicked the buttons. You don't actually have to do those things. It's very much like how Flash games would say, follow us on Facebook. You click the button, and you don't actually have to follow. Because I don't have a Facebook account. The continuation of the story. Just a bunch of extra panels that you flip through. And it looks like our console's back. We do have the bonus mission, so... Oh, never mind, it's just Matt. Let's go ahead and give that a shot. This will be available in the full game, but this is The Hunt. Take advantage of last chance to destroy the flagship, the Pirates. Take control of the officer's fighter and go into pursuit. Attention, this mission has a high complexity, but is not mandatory, and will be available until you continue the story company. Having successfully completed the mission, you will receive an upgrade for the ship's hangars. Not that we have any other missions we can play anyways. Clicking this just gives us those pop-ups we can't skip through again.
Now on, each destiny destroyed by them, every death from their hands will be on you and you alone.
Captain, look! They stopped.
Look at that smirk on her face. What?
The pirates will only need a few minutes to get the ship's systems back up and running. There is no time to waste.
Alright, this was my training wheels for the fighter missions. That's why I have such a high standard for myself for this stuff right here. Well, in addition to my normally impossible high standards for myself. It is a race. If you do not get to the end, you lose. Mission is over. Additionally, you do have to complete the objectives, because even if you get to the end before the enemy, mission is still over. So get good, scrub!
Sir, I strongly recommend that you return to your ship. By committing a suicide through the remnants of the pirate fleet, you will not achieve anything.
You are really getting on my nerves.
Her voice is shaking up a little bit there. That's the closest thing to something sympathetic. It's a little late for that. Yeah, you remember you can't dodge or anything while you're afterburning, but if you don't afterburn, you don't make it to the end. Clear the screen so I can shoot the turrets when they pop up. Remember, aiming right at it won't necessarily hit the target. Come on. Missile. You must kill all of the cruisers. Because there's only 3, and you must eat 3. There is no room for error on that. There is some room for error on fighters, however. Alright, see that race? 92%. Ah, barely. It's not over yet, though.
The ship's systems are active. Take out all external energy relays to stop the enemy.
I know I have missiles left. I'm gonna need them. But yes, I do have to keep afterburning if I want to stay with the ship. Otherwise, I can't. Otherwise, I can't shoot the things. You can see it's getting away from me, but you can't shoot or anything, or even aim when you're afterburning. Since there's a bit of a time to fold your wings. Ow! Since there's a bit of time needed to fold your wings, I didn't want to. You don't want to just hop in and out of afterburn. Two missiles each. That's what you're gonna need. The one that's closest to us is actually the easiest one out of these 3, but it's hard to just target the other 2 without the bottom one without targeting that one. I have 8 missiles. That's plenty. I guess they really don't expect you to get this far because the music's stopped. This time I'm having my ship try to be as perpendicular as possible so I can shoot this thing with more bullets. You see I'm trying to hit it with both beams at once. Are we crashing again? I guess that's... I do have 1 missile left. That is our own fighter. Are you... See what I mean? She just tried to kill you.
You shouldn't do that.
He'll skin you alive now.
No, he won't.
Mind your own business.
He won't do anything because he has no balls. Decker, do something about this. Alright, that is the end of the prologue. I like the gameplay. I worry about what direction we're going in with this story. Because I imagine she's going to take not really command, but she's going to enlighten your protagonist about what's going on and make him a better, more civilized human being. Is what I figure is going to happen here. So I guess I just must be Pharaoh. I must be a barbarian. But I don't know. Leave me your opinions about the whole thing, including the game itself, in the comments below. Because there's no name next to the subtitles, I don't even remember my 3 crew members' names. I barely remember our protagonists. This entire prologue is free. There'll be a link in the description below if the game interests you at all. Thank you very much for watching Tran Plays Way Road Firehunt. I'll see you next time. Yeah, and I don't have access to the Thanatos, even though it said I should.